What is going on today, y'all? Today, I have a couple new JUBS for you. They'll all just be called JUBS. Any combination I do is just a JUB. So this one first, I'm gonna be doing like if I wanted to just do salt and pepper, this is pretty much how I do it. So don't mind me just measuring it out with the spoon. I didn't have any measuring cups or anything. But y'all know what it is. Y'all know what it is. It's half and half, salt and pepper. But the salt is actually the table salt, not the coarse salt. The table salt is, in my opinion, a lot better. I think it coats the meat a lot better and it sticks on there a lot better, and the flavor in general will be a lot better, a lot saltier with this Morton salt. It is It's in my opinion it's more like Lowry's, where it's so small and it just coats it really well. I think that's what the Lowry's do best. I don't know. I don't think it's the Lowry's flavor and as much as it is just how small it is and how well it coats the meat and how likely you are to have a seasoned bite because of how small it is. When you season something, it just coats it really, really well. So that's what we're doing for that first one, just mixing it up right here. I'm doing two racks of beef ribs today, and this one's brought to you by the number 6 pitmaster in Texas, according to Tales from the Pits. If you haven't checked that podcast out, check that out. I got number 6. They said we needed macaroni or something to get a little bit higher, but we're happy with number 6. We're rocking with number 6 right now. So here is the second rub. This one I didn't use the spoon because I was like, that was a bad idea, but I had already recorded it, so I was like, I'm just gonna roll with it. So this one is gonna be closer to the first JUB that I showed y'all, the 2-1-1. So this is 2 parts pepper, 1 part seasonal, which the seasonal isn't as salty as the Lowry's, I don't think, but I mean it's very similar, and it's really, really good. I really like the seasonal. And then the other part is this Lowry's garlic salt. So with the seasonal not being as salty, the saltiness from this garlic salt definitely helps. And then if you like that garlicky flavor, this is where you're going to get it. You're going to get it from this, and you're not going to get it so much from the garlic powder. The garlic powder is a little too mild. I know I put it on my beef ribs in the first video. I was hoping it would kind of shine through, but honestly, it really doesn't. It really doesn't. You really don't get much of it. But with this garlic salt, you definitely get a little bit of the garlic flavor. And if you like that, then I would really recommend that garlic salt. Or any kind of garlic salt, honestly. It doesn't have to be the Lowry's one. But those are the 2 rubs right there that we're going to be using today. 50-50 salt and pepper, and 2-1-1 pepper, seasonal, and garlic salt. So let's make some JINDERS. They'll all be called JINDERS as well. I mean, if you use them and you want to tag me or whatever, just tag me and say you're using the JINDER or a JUB. So this first one is just gonna be hot sauce. I can't really claim that one honestly as a JINDER, but it's really just the Crystal's hot sauce. I just wanted to use something different, and I figured, I mean, y'all, I don't know if y'all have ever seen anyone use the hot sauce. I know y'all have heard of people using the hot sauce, but I'm just gonna use hot sauce on one of them, and that's pretty much it for that one. I know that one's kind of boring, but for this other one, I really like. It's gonna be honey and water, mainly honey, and I'm gonna thin it out with a little bit of water. That's what this other one's gonna be, and I guess I just decided to do this one because I thought it was kind of cool, kind of funny. It is what it is. It's just what a JINDER. It's just you can literally use anything, anything you want. I want to do one where I use straight up just like maple syrup or honey on a rack of ribs, because then I don't think I'd be so scared about it burning or whatever. Sorry about this whole lot of nothing in this clip or whatever. But we're getting into it. I'm sorry. So yeah. Basically just using some different stuff, just mixing it up on this channel. I mean, I like at the restaurant, it's super I gotta stay consistent. We use the same stuff. We change up techniques and maybe like a little bit of the flavor profile. For the most part, we really stick to a you know, what's already popular kind of system. You know what I'm saying? Like this is good. This is what we'll just keep doing. You know, and if we add specials or anything like that, that's when we can get kind of creative. So so my creativity is really coming out on this backyard channel. Where I can do all this different stuff, make all these different types of flavors and flavor profiles and JINDERS and JUBS, and I'm glad you guys are enjoying it, because I'm really having a good time, because it can get like, you know, it can get boring doing the same thing over and over and over and over and over again at the restaurant, even though you know, we're good at it and people love it and we love serving the food that we have, but it really is, you know, it's the same thing over and over again. So here I get to do whatever I want, and I love it. If some of this stuff on this channel turns out really good and you guys are like pumped up about it, be like, oh my god, that looks so good, I'll run it as a special at the restaurant, hopefully, because that'd be really cool. So yeah, that's that honey and water, and we're just shaking that up and getting to it. You kind of have to add that water. The honey is, I mean, obviously it's really thick. I didn't want to just put it straight on the ribs. Like I said, I was kind of scared it was gonna burn up. So you're gonna have to give that one a good shake if you want to use it. So let's get to it. We're just trimming these ribs up. I don't think I really do anything different from the first beefer video I did as far as trimming them. This one, oh wait, I didn't score the backside on these, just to kind of show y'all what the difference on that. I'm not really going to take the membrane off either. I don't ever really take the membrane off on the back of these, because really when you cook them and you take them, like, you know, you're going to take them pretty far. They're on the smoker for a really long time. At the end of it, really the membrane is the only thing holding these bones together. It is like the only thing that's holding the bones into this meat. So, which is a big deal, because it like, obviously I don't want to sell it without the bone, and I don't want the bone falling out in front of customers and shit, because I mean, they're gonna be like, well, why do I have to pay for the bone? And I gotta be like, well, I paid for the bone too. Y'all gotta pay for the bone if I pay for the bone. But that's just that's obviously not a conversation you want to have. Because these are really expensive. These are really expensive. Like, you don't make a whole lot of profit on this. But so here's that first one, the honey and the water. I mean, it coats it pretty much like perfect. Just coats it normal. I mean, I don't think there's a huge difference between this and mustard or just water or anything like that. But I've already said that on this channel. But what I'm really trying to do is I am going to try to find a JINDER that I think makes a significant difference. Like one that is like actually like, maybe it helps the rub like stick a lot and easier, and it makes it set quicker. Or a JINDER that like you might actually taste, because there's no way you taste any of these JINDERs after it's cooked. You can't taste the mustard if you use mustard. You can't taste the Worcestershire if you use that. You can't taste the pickle juice. It doesn't really matter. You cannot taste it. So really you can interchange it with anything. But if I can create one that I feel like you can actually taste, then that would be ideal. That's the plan. So as you can see, I use that salt and pepper. That's the salt and pepper one. And I went a little light on the rub in general. I knew it was gonna be really salty, which is okay. You just have to go lighter. It doesn't matter if the rub is really salty. You just season the meat lighter. It's not really that big a deal. The bark's gonna set. I mean, I feel really good about setting the bark no matter what the rub is, really. Especially on this mill scale, like the bark's gonna set. I'm not worried about that. So this one, I got the hot sauce. Looking pretty good. This is the 211. Which I like. I like this rub a lot. I mean, I really recommend y'all trying this one out. I mean, I wish I was sponsored by some of these things. I wish I was sponsored by Lowry's garlic salt. That would have been really nice, but or just Lowry's in general. But no, I'm not. And if I ever come up with a rub that I really, like I sell the JUB rub at the restaurant and I shipped it out to a few people. But I mean, y'all straight up know how to make it and the ingredients and everything. So I don't really have anything to sell to y'all. And I'm not trying to sell anything to y'all. Just showing y'all different stuff. Just showing y'all different techniques and rubs and trying to get creative with y'all. So that's a 2-1-1. That one's really, really pepper heavy. Like I said, the seasonal wasn't super salty, and the garlic salt kind of helped. But this one's a little bit lighter. You can see there's definitely more space between the pepper, and it's not so pepper heavy. But it turned out amazing. It was absolutely incredible. I highly recommend that rub. So here we go. We're starting the fire. I know this is y'all's least favorite part. Basically, I got a piece of paper in there, and just putting some wood chips down, like a lot. I think on this one I'm gonna try to get like really, really hot, like really, 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 really hot, like really fast, because it's just a beef ribs. It's a long cook. I'm not trying to stay super low. I'm trying to go like 275, 300 with the damper open, like right away. And then I'm gonna let it chill. And then once I close the damper, the fire will just chill out on its own pretty much. So not too worried about that. But we're just gonna sit here and we're gonna let this paper burn, because y'all give me, y'all get mad about the lighter fluid and stuff. So we're just gonna sit here, just watch this paper burn. And that's pretty much it. Nah, I got shit to do. So get the lighter fluid. Let's get it going, because I got shit to do today. So we're just gonna pop that on there. Still light that piece of paper. And there we go. We're getting it going. So we are getting it going. And like I said, the damper is open, and I know that looks like a really big fire, but it shouldn't mess. It won't mess the meat up, as long as the pit is all the way cooled down when you start this, and then you have the damper all the way open, door all the way open. Really, it's just going to hit the meat. It's going to dry the meat out really fast, like the top of it, dry it off really fast, and set the bark really, really well. But it didn't stay that hot for that long. So now we're just going to be cruising. This one, I don't think there's as many like fire shots. Like, not too much of me building fires and whatnot, which is cool. Yeah, this one I just really wanted to talk more about, like, JUBS and JINDERS and the beef ribs in general. And then also I'm going to wrap one in paper and one in foil, and I kind of just wanted to talk about that more. But here it is right away. Yeah, went right to 300, damper open, door open. I like this method too sometimes, because you can kind of build a really big coal bed really fast, and that's always really helpful. I think if you're trying to have like just a good, efficient cook. I mean, if you're seeing now, it's already fallen down once I close the door and once I close the damper. But that's what they're looking like. I mean, I think that's 1 hour in, and they're just looking like that. So, so this is what the fire's looking like right now. It's still really not that big, not that hot. Doors closed, dampers closed, trapping a lot of that heat in. We're really gonna be cooking pretty efficiently today, and I'll still try to make that fire management video and talk more about the pit in general. So this is that was 1 hour in, this is 2 hours in. Yeah, and once I closed that damper in the door, and it was a lot more smoky, and it was still pretty hot. It's probably like 250. Oh yeah, that's looking really nice for 2 hours. We're setting that bark really, 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 really well. So that's awesome. And I love beef ribs. I love cooking beef ribs. So, sorry if y'all bummed out. I'm doing another beef rib video. Oh, just the title. Wow. Okay. I think that was supposed to say like maybe 5 hours in. I might be 5 hours in now, I think. So that's 5 hours in. The bark's setting super well. You can see it's still super smoky in there. The damper just traps a lot of that heat. The fire burns slowly, so it lets off more smoke in general, and it doesn't crisp up anything. This is looking nice. Nice, very nice. look big. I don't know why they look bigger. I guess they just shrunk up and they just like they just look really big now, which is weird. But it that's just how the beef ribs go. So yeah, and then I'm gonna take a peek at that fire. You can see just a little bit of flames and a little bit of flames and a little bit of smoke, and that's perfect. I got one log sitting on there that's kind of just producing heat, and the other log has the flames, or like a radiant heat, and the other one is more of a direct heat, kind of, with the flames being like that and the meat being so close to it. So now is wrap time. This is 7 hours in. Yeah, that other one had to be. I'll go back and change it. It was definitely 5 hours. So it was wrap time. So this, like I said, one of them is going to be in paper. One of them is going to be in foil. And I just wanted to kind of switch it up. I didn't want to do the no wrap one again, which I do love the no wrap, but I just wanted to do a paper one and a foil one, pretty much, just to kind of do. I don't cut into the foil one because it's just me. I mean, I can't eat that much beef rib. I kind of had to save it for later, but you'll see that in the end. I cut into this paper one. So that's just a little bit of moisture. That's just, I mean, it could be, like I said, it could be changed with anything. It could be just straight up water. I'm just trying to wet the paper a little bit so that it wraps a little bit tighter. Once the paper's wet like that, it'll wrap around the meat really, really nice. And I just kind of do them upside down like that, and just wrap it up. Just wrap it up. Super windy outside. This always sucks, but that's always the worst part, is how windy it is. And then just tighten it up like that, and I'm throwing it back on. And that was 7 hours. I think I go one more hour at like 300 on both of these. So here's the smaller one. I'm wrapping it in foil. I don't think there's a big difference between paper and foil, depending on when you wrap. If you wrap like in the stall, yeah, the foil is terrible. I mean, you trap so much juice. You're not gonna have any bark. Don't wrap in the stall with the foil. That's what I really recommend. With the paper, it's fine. You can, if you wrap during the stall in the paper, I mean, yeah, you'll lose your bark and stuff, but it won't trap as much moisture. Obviously, it'll kind of leak through that paper, so it's not as bad. But I mean, I wrap in the high 170s, mid 180s. I try to catch it in the mid 180s. That's my perfect time to wrap, and we'll get more into that when I do the brisket video. But yeah, just pulling these off, you can see that just got a good wiggle. That's all I'm looking for, and that's what I'm saying too while I'm pulling it, a wiggle, and that's kind of my secret technique to pulling stuff. And it works pretty well. I like it. Clean that off, make sure the mill scale's looking clean, and now we're just gonna rest them. Time to rest. The paper one cooled down way quicker than the foil one, so I was able to cut that one. But I do show y'all what the foil one looks like. Like, the bark looks exactly the same. The texture was pretty much exactly the same. They're not too far off. Like I said, because I wrapped so late, both of them had super good bark, and it was really firm. So it wasn't it's really not that big a deal. Whichever one you choose, foil or paper, not that big a deal. So yeah, like I said, I'm gonna cut this paper one for y'all, but I don't cut the foil one. But they both turned out great. I mean, I really like both of them. They pretty much turned out exactly the same. Besides the rub, besides the flavor profile, they were pretty much tasting the same. So yeah, nice little bend right there. The bark's looking really, really nice. And I don't have a cutting board yet. I don't know if y'all noticed. I haven't cut anything on a cutting board. So yeah, just straight on the table. No big deal. Yeah, you can't blame the backyard setup or lack of equipment or nice things on not not producing good meat. You know, whatever you got to work with. So let's cut into this pepper one. Let's see. Like I said, I think it has the texture of it. I think is really similar to brisket. That's why I don't like doing paper or foil. But it looks really nice. Got a really nice smoke ring on these. They were still really juicy. That the flavor was great. These were this was the 2-1-1 rack. So it had that nice like garlicky flavor, but not. I don't think it was overpowering. Like obviously you don't want it to taste like straight up garlic, but it had more of a garlic aftertaste than just using garlic powder. Trust me, when you try, if you haven't tried the garlic salt, just try it straight up by itself, and it just tastes like really salty garlic. But the garlic pops a lot more than just the powder. So yeah, that's pretty much it, and that's what they were looking like. I was really happy. We made some like tostados with these. These were awesome. These were really good. I didn't just straight up eat them like this. I don't take a bite out of them or anything, but because I like eating barbecue with the pickles and onions and bread and the tray and the restaurant. You know, I like the whole experience of barbecue. But if I'm cooking in the backyard like this, same thing I did with the pork butts. Like you can't just eat the straight up pork butt by itself. You gotta make some tacos or make something with it, because if it's not in the right barbecue environment with all the sides and extras, and then I just really don't like it. But yeah, there's that membrane. You see, it's like nice and crispy on the bottom. But like I said, if that wasn't on there, really, honestly, there's nothing really keeping that meat to that bone. As you can see, this one's kind of loose, and you can see that the top meat was kind of falling off. But I don't think people really ever eat the membrane. Like if I serve it with the membrane, I don't think anyone like tries to take a bite out of it or anything. But yeah, those were looking really good. I was super happy with these. I mean, I mean, with the paper wrap, I mean, it's really just what your preference, which one you like better. But like I said, I don't cut into these. I just wanted to show you all the bark, and I mean, y'all can kind of see that I really don't think it looks much different or anything. So I just want to say thank y'all so much for watching the channel. I really do appreciate it. Comment any questions or anything you got for me down below. I'm not famous yet. I still reply to comments. You got something negative to say, that's ideal. I would really wish you would comment that on the YouTube. Thank y'all.